Yes, the last video we talked about how to clean the mind, who will be the next guru. And the video before that we talked about serving Gomata. And what else did we talk about? Many things. So this video we're going to talk about one important thing. So Prabhuji next talks in his Siksastakam about how to achieve greatness. You want to achieve greatness in your life? You want to be successful? Then this is the method. Okay? Watch through the whole video and then you'll find the method. How to achieve spiritual success or any kind of success you want. Akamo sarva kamo va moksha kamo darati tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusha param. Whatever you want to achieve, if you are focused and serious, tivrena means with intensity, then you can achieve the result. So Prabhuji tells a story. Tivrena bhakti yogena. Once there was another Gurukul story. Once there was a boy in a Gurukul in a nice kingdom. And again, the king was becoming very old and he had no sons. So he was thinking, who will I give my kingdom to? So one day, he made an announcement after some discussion. He made an announcement that tomorrow I'm going to select my successor. I will select the next king of the empire. And I'm inviting all the different boys from the kingdom to come and test out for the position. So this news very quickly spread. We can imagine this news was going on for maybe some time, you know, and it spread like wildfire. Who wants to achieve that great position, being a Raj, you know, being a king? So this boy in the Gurukul thought, okay, maybe it's a good idea. We'll try out. He took permission from his Gurudev, and then it was decided that everyone would come this specific morning. So in the morning time, he left off to the king's capital palace, and when he was approaching, he saw from all the different roads and pathways more boys were coming. You can imagine, young men and everyone under like maybe 20 or something. Everyone's like coming to the king's palace. From all the different side roads and gullies, everyone's like running, trotting, trying to get first to the gate. So they all got to the gate and there was a huge crowd in front of the gate, all waiting. Then they opened the gate and everyone rushed inside. As soon as they rushed inside, then they saw it was a huge inner area. Like if you go to Srirangam in South India, there's 7 gates, 7 walled like circles, concentric circles, and then you can get into the center and see the Lord Sri Ranganath. And each one, there's like a whole city inside of it. You go into the first gate, then inside is like practically a whole town. Before you get to the, all the way around, before you get to the next circle. So as soon as all the boys entered in, then they were all approached by different like servants. And they said, okay, you want to see the king? You want to be the prince? Then you must get really nicely bathed and dressed and attired. Otherwise you can't go in this like you're all coming like dirty, running from your village here and there. So everyone became engaged in like cleaning up, washing up. Everyone had their own sevaks. And then, oh, that's not enough. They all got like bathed, decorated. Then they went to the next gate, right? That first boy, however, he was like not interested. He just said, let me go through. I don't have time to waste. All the other boys were like thinking already, like I'm a prince, I'm a king, I get worshipped by so many servants now, and distracted. So they got to the next inner circle, then everyone's saying, okay, now you're bathed and dressed nicely, now we have to give you some nice turban, some nice decoration, some nice, like a royal prince. And everyone again became distracted. The next circle they went in, everyone was given an opulent feast. How can you go see the king on an, now you're the prince. Now you should eat very nicely. The next one, okay, now sit for some time and watch a beautiful like ceremony. You're going to be the prince, the king. So watch some like dancing, some drama, some musical performance. Don't worry, the test is tonight. The test is later. Don't worry, you have lots of time left. 99.9% of the boys all got distracted. The next one they went to, it was a really opulent feast. And okay, now rest a little bit. Then the 6th circle, some chariots, and okay, now you can ride around on the horses with your chariots. So everyone got distracted, but that one boy who came from the Gurukul, he didn't stop for anything. Everyone who tried to like bathe him, dress him, this and that, he ignored them all. Just in his simple village attire, he said, I have no time to waste, let me go through. Don't disturb me. And so he went through, passing one by another, all the other boys distracted, but he went straight. And finally, he arrived in the garden area in the center of the palace, where the king was sitting in a courtyard. Nobody else was there, only him. And the king embraced him and said, now I did this test for everybody. I saw no one is really serious. Only you are serious. I'll make you the king. So he made and so Prabhuji gives this example. He says, if you want to be successful in your life or even in spiritual life, anything, you must be focused and try to avoid distractions. A general life means we can do as we like. The other boys living the general life. In life, we find many things to have fun with. You know, in Maya, we can spend, they say like, you know, nowadays people spend 4 or 5 hours a day on either YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, collectively online on your phones. And we think this is advancement of civilization. This is distraction. How are we going to achieve greatness? So that's why Purdy says, if we want to achieve success in bhakti or in our spiritual life, we must become like that boy who wasn't distracted by anything. Even in the temple, many friends, you know, playing around, prajalpa, gossip, this and that. Have we chanted 1 lakh Harinam yet? Prabhuji chants 1 lakh Harinam before he cooks lunch. You know, like it's like waking at 2 a.m., Mangalarti. By the time he goes to cook, he's already done 1 lakh Harinam. Prabhuji gets up at like sometimes 1:30, goes to Govardhan, does parikrama, comes back. By the time like 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 1 lakh Harinam finished. And then in the afternoon, he can chant another lakh. 2 hours in the afternoon, 2 hours in the evening. The time is there. If we have a regular, like we're in the temple now, right? If we have a regular life, then we'll work 8 hours a day in a job, generally speaking. Okay, most people, they have to work some kind of job, 8 hours. And some people, they have to travel 1 hour to work, 1 hour back, 10 hours. Then they get home, then they have to spend time with the wife and children, socializing, or they relax, watching TV, movies, drinking. The whole day passes by, but what is the gain? So if we are focused, then what is the difficulty chanting 1 lakh? 4 or 5 hours if you do it every day. If you do it every day, 4 hours enough, 5 hours enough, the most. If you don't do it, then it's very slow. But if you get in the routine of doing it, then you can follow Mahaprabhu's advice to become a spiritual millionaire, lakpati. You want to be a spiritual millionaire? Chant 1 lakh Harinam every day. And then you must be like this boy. Sorry, I don't have time for Prajalpa. It's not like you have to criticize, but like, okay, I'm sorry, I don't have time. You know, many distractions are there. I'm really busy. Because the problem is we think our test in bhakti is later on. Like the boy. Oh, don't worry, you can play now, get ready now. The test is later. The test is right now. What we do in this moment, what we do in the next moment, every moment, that is the most important moment of our life. If we waste that moment, then we get in the habit of wasting our time. Right? I don't need to rush now, I'm young. So I waste this time. But they said you do something you do repeatedly, one day, next day, becomes a habit. So you become in the habit of wasting time, and then your whole life will be wasted. We think, like Prahlad, he was teaching the boys in the school. Oh, now do bhakti. Make your life successful. No, I'm going to play now. There's no need to do it now. When I'm old, I can do it. When you're old, your teeth are going to be falling out. You're senile, you know, like, what is your name? You know, you can't even remember your family members. How are you going to remember God? But if you follow bhakti, Purdy said, before you're 30, Purdy gave this example actually, he said, up to the age of 30, be very focused, like very serious, then you'll get in that habit of it. And he said also, memorize slokas every day. Then your brain will be sharp. And then even till you're 95, 100, you'll be able to remember slokas, learn new slokas. Bhakti Kumud Santa Goswami Maharaj, every day he would learn 2 slokas, even when he was like 90. And he would write them down, memorize them, put them with tulasi and do parikrama and pray to them. And then he would also put them up by his bed, sleep with them. Like you put them under your pillow, sleep with them. Even when he's very old, he was memorizing 2 new slokas every day. So anything is possible if you put your mind to it. That's the lesson. Purdy says, if you put your mind to it, anything is possible, but you must be determined. And distractions mean you won't achieve the result. So we'll stop here today.